I can't believe that we've lived here 21 years. But I guess it was always at the back of our minds to move back north. And so perhaps once we did, we just thought, we're home, settled. I know when we've been driving around looking at villages where we might like to move to, and there's some places that you go to and you think, oh, this feels like home. And you think, do we have a connection with it? Is there a family connection? And there isn't necessarily, it's just a feeling that you get in a place, isn't it? And that's probably what we felt when we came here, actually. We saw it about this time of year. We were living down south and my husband came up, he was working up here, and he came up and said, well, Jane, you need to go and see this barn. I said, oh, I don't want to live that far away from Harrogate. I thought I wanted to be in a town. And he saw it and he said, no, you'll love it. So I came up at the weekend, leaving the girls with him. And yeah, came up and I loved it as well. It's all of the garden, from whichever room you stand in. And because the barn is long, you get a different perspective from each downstairs window and from the bedrooms that are at the back of the house. It's full of birds, absolutely full of birds, and there's always something that catches your eye, some movement. And then in a few weeks' time, you'll probably see a bit more movement around the pond as the frogs are jumping in and out. Quite a few people, when they come, they say it's got such a calm atmosphere. And I don't know why that is. It just feels really, not peaceful, it's just chilled, and there's the light that's in the rooms. I don't know how to describe it, but it always has such a lovely light. It's almost as though it's filtered. There's just something about it, particularly on days like this where it's not gloomy, but it's not a bright sunny day. It's a soft light. And then upstairs, I wonder whether it's because of the deep window recesses that just sort of changes the light a little bit. Standing at the island cooking, and you can see right down through the top end of the hall, through the dining room, into the living room. And even though it's a big space, you've got this gorgeous view and you can just see the log burner. But one of my favourite things is when I come through the front door and you've got a nice big hallway, but then you've also got the view up the hall. And I still love coming in and looking at the hall. Quite emotional thinking about it. Bit daft, isn't it? But no, I do. What else do I like? Every window looking out into the garden. I love it. And one of the best things is lying in bed with a cup of tea, and you can see through the arch window, you can see right across the garden, you can see into the paddock. And I think even when the hedge is out, like this time of year, I think you're high enough up to see into the back. That's a great view. I think that even though we've made this ours, obviously, and we've done a bit of work to it in more recent years, I think there's still room for somebody to put their own stamp on the inside and on outside. You know, the garden is always developing. You could make the meadow into more of an orchard if you wanted to plant fruit trees. I think if people had a family moving in here, I think children would absolutely love that outside space. Maris Barn is about 5 or 10 minutes from Boroughbridge and a similar distance from Ripon. And then a bit further afield, say half an hour, you've got Harrogate. I think we're also probably in the middle of both the Yorkshire Dales and the North York Moors and Howardian Hills. Got great access to road and rail, but it's still peaceful. There's one of the walks I like to do, actually. If you go up Cana Lane, so you're out of the village and you look right across, you can see Ripon. I'm not sure if you can see the cathedral, but you can see Ripon, and then you can see the Dales beyond. And you've just got this huge vista, and you could be anywhere. It's fabulous. I'll be sad leaving, but sad just because of all the memories. And I think it's time for somebody else to move forward with it. If you'd like to learn more about Maris Barn, you can find a link in the description.